Okay, I gotta go shower. I am loving all of your reactions so much. There's another one. Couple of quick things. I am so happy to hear that you were playing volleyball. I was actually like, that was on my scratch pad to ask you about, like, if you've gotten to play volleyball, and then you answered me. It was amazing. I kept getting the message that I'm left-handed and to do things with my left hand instead of my right. So I started. I eat sometimes with my left hand. I still gotta like work on other things. But I also, like Joe Dispenza was talking about, just doing stuff differently. I love the light. Like using your left hand to brush your teeth, like going a different way to work, washing your body in a different order in the shower in the morning, because we're just creatures of habit. So, I also started driving with my left foot. I was like super nervous in the beginning. I'm like, whatever, you gotta learn, right? And I just kept hearing like, I'm safe. And I'm like, okay. So I did it. And then there was one day I like heard like to do it. Like, I don't know. I just hear stuff sometimes. Like it just pops in my head, like drive with your left foot. But I had the kids in the car and I was like, I don't feel comfortable driving with the kids in the car with my left foot. And I was just like, I heard like, you are safe. Like, you are safe always. So we were on the way from their school to Whole Foods and we were driving down the road. I was driving with my left foot. Now I just switch back and forth. I mean, people use their left foot to drive stick. People learn how to drive stick. Like, it's not that big of a deal. God, I love the light. God, it's like seriously surround. Oh, there's an orb. Danielle. That just kind of like popped up out of. Aww. That makes me so happy. I can't wait till I can see these in person. Like, I can't see them in person yet. But like I was telling you, like Katie Mata, her husband or ex-husband or whatever he is, the one who she hosts the retreats, he can see them in person. Like, kids can see him in person. Look at that. That's so cool. Hey, come help me heal my eye. I know. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I was driving down the road and literally this car, like, we have the suicide lanes I was telling you about for people to pull into. They didn't pull into the suicide lane. Like, there wasn't really one where I was. Did I take a video and show you this? I think I did. I think I showed you this, right? And the vehicle just pulls right out in front of me. Like, literally just, and I just instinctually, like, switched lanes, moved over, didn't honk, didn't get upset, just kept on going because we were safe. Like, we are safe. It was just like the universe's way of like showing me, like, you are safe. Always. You are safe. It was the craziest thing. And it was just like, it was just so easy, so smooth, so natural, where most people would have been freaking out. Like, oh my God, we almost got into an accident. Oh my God, did you see them just pull out in front of me? Oh my God. Like, they did. They literally pulled out right in front of me. Like right in front of me. Like, I don't, like, did you see me coming? like, I don't know what was going on with them, but they literally pulled out right in front of me like I didn't even exist. And I, like, moved over just fine. Like, just super smooth, super easy, super, yeah. So there was that one. And then Pieces of God, girl. Yes. Those are a lot of the messages that I've been getting, is we are all one. We are all unconditional love. Like, God is unconditional love, and we are all one. We are all unconditional love. Like, God isn't a person. God isn't judgment. God does not judge. So you could do, quote, that's the whole thing that I don't like about the Bible. Like, if we all sin, then we should all be fucking going to hell. Because we are all literally sinners. Nobody is fucking perfect. There is no... So I was asking Bryan this today on the walk, because he was like, he was basically like, I have that down about the Bible, so I'll just go on a tangent there about Bible. That he was like, well, you just have to like trust and believe in the whole thing. Otherwise, if you don't believe in part of it, it all falls apart. Like in one part of it, it all falls apart. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like one book like that was written by humans that has multiple variations cannot be right. God, I love that. Where's that or bad? There it is. Cannot be right. Like it's not just one. God, this is such an amazing. Look at that right now. I gotta go shower. Wait, come back here. I wanted to take a screenshot. Where'd it go? Didn't you? How do I wanted to get a screenshot? It just like disappeared. All right, I guess I could go back and play the video and get a screenshot. It's like, oh, you're right. Okay. I will let you get a screenshot. Seriously? It like is playing with me. Did you see that? Like, now it's gone. I went to do a screenshot and it's gone. You know, I can just go back and watch the video and get a screenshot. Like, okay, now it's just having fun playing. I can't. Whatever, fine, just have fun. As soon as I put my hand down, it's back. Like, as soon as I stop trying to take a screenshot, it's back. Okay, you are a feisty little spirit. Thank you. Like, how, like, it's not possible for one book to be right. And there's many books. There's many different religions. There's many different, like approaches. But ultimately, everybody believes in a higher power in all the religions, right? And I do. And I can honestly see now why people, like, are atheists and don't necessarily believe in God. Because I feel like that just puts so much, it almost, like, humanizes. And it's not. Like, I really think that we are just all, and I guess there's theories out there already about this, that we are all one. There's the law of one. That we are literally all from one, and we branch off to, like, find ourselves as individuals. And I mean, I hear things about Pleiadians and, I don't know, other aliens and all sorts of stuff. And it's just like, and you can't say that, so, like, having sex outside of marriage is a sin. Whatever. I don't believe in that. But, like, I feel like it's love. And we're showing each other love. And one of the ways to love each other is through, like, physical connection. And that is perfectly fine. But it's like, so if that's a sin, judging others, isn't that a sin? So why wouldn't we go to hell? But yet somebody who, like, rapes somebody would go to hell. Like, that person's just severely, severely, severely hurting. Like, I'm, like, with Randy and Dave, like, the way that they treat other people, that's not something that a normal person who loves themselves would do. Now, I don't have an answer of how we're supposed to solve this other than to show them unconditional love and to not punish them by throwing them in jail for, you know, like, not Randy and Dave. Like, I don't think their crimes are punished. I don't know. Is domestic violence punishable by jail? Yeah. Is cheating? I don't know, but it is a sin, right? But it's like, who are we to judge that person when obviously they have shit self-esteem to do that to somebody? Like, that's not something that a healthy person would do to another person. So they are literally experiencing, like, mental anguish, mental angst. I don't even want to say, like, mental sickness, because I don't want to, like, I don't know, I feel like sickness isn't, like, the right word, you know? So it's like, why I asked Bryan, I'm like, why would, like, you believe in heaven and hell? And he was, like, kind of talking about his ex. I was like, so do you believe she should go to heaven or hell? And he was like, well, that's not my place to judge. No, it's nobody's place to judge. Nobody. And he's like, only God. I'm like, God doesn't judge. God is love. Like, God is just divine. God God, seriously, like having this NDE has been, like, I didn't understand that before. I still don't remember feeling it. Like, my NDE was different than others. Like, I don't remember seeing a light or meeting up with people that had passed. But I mean, hello, I told you all those stories about my grandma and grandpa and like smelling the popcorn. Like, that was some major connection. And Snickers being there with me, like during my Reiki session, and him coming to me when I was in the shower and helping me release guilt, and meeting Dave's brother for the first time on the Reiki table, on the table when I was getting energy healing from Alicia. Like, I had some fucking connected shit going on. Like, I knew that was Eric's soul, Dave's brother's soul. Like, it was, like, he is beautiful. Like, just, like, there was no words to describe what I experienced on the table. Like, it was, like, I knew it was him. I knew. That's why I know when I meet Bryan, I'm gonna know him. Because I knew in that moment, like, I knew Snickers came to me when I was in the shower. I knew my uncle came to me to help me release some, like, memories from childhood, you know. God, I fucking went through a lot of shit. Like, I just knew, like, they were there with me, helping me through stuff. Like, that was basically just one really long NDE. Just one really long mystical experience. Like, that was just one after another, after another, after another, huh? But, like, literally, like, almost my body shutting down from psoriasis. Or autoimmune, you know, basically, like, fucking literally shutting down. Like, I was always like, oh, my organs are working fine. No, they weren't. No. But it's just like, I just look at this and I'm like, if we've all sinned, then we'd all go to hell. There is no, this sin is better than this one. And he was like, oh, well, grace. I was like, so then who gets to decide who goes to heaven and who goes to hell? And he was like, you know, well, that's for God to decide. And he was like, he was like, I was like, so then why, if you're a sinner, would you get to go to heaven? He's like, the grace of God. And I'm like, God loves everybody. Like, more and more that I'm not, like, you know, hanging out with him, I'm like, yeah, no, we do not see eye to eye on stuff. Like, I want a like-minded partner. Like, I want somebody who believes in this stuff with me, who will help spread that message to people that we meet, to people, to our kids, to Callie and Hobbs and our daughter that we have, to Rachel, to friends, to family, to meeting other people that, like, feel like this. Like, I want that. Like, exactly what you said, Danielle. Like, I think you're right. Like, I think we are all God. We are all love. We are all love. And it's just, we do have this ego, this free will, this, like, you know. And he was very judgy of his ex, too, Bryan. And I'm like, very judgy still of her. And I'm like, I'm not judgy of Dave anymore. Like, I mean, I still probably have some stuff, you know. Like, I'm not perfect. But, okay, yes, I am. I am perfect, whole, and complete. Yes, I am. I need to say that. But, like, I still have judgment. But for the most part, I've let, I let that shit go, like, pretty quickly. Like, way quicker than a lot of people who are, like, getting upset about seeing their ex with, like, a new person. And I'm like, why? Like, fucking good for them. And then what you said about him not picking up the tab, I did not recognize that, but I did say, like, my partner lives a life of abundance. I live a life of abundance, which means I could pick up the tab on a date, you know? I gotta do a video about money, but yeah, I live a life of abundance. The universe is testing me right now with that one too. It's making me trust a lot. And like, I want somebody who lives a life of abundance, who gives love freely, who is very abundant in love and is abundant with finances and doesn't say that they don't have enough money to travel. Because guess what? One of Dave's patterns is there's never enough money. He never has enough money. ever. And he recreates that over and over again. And I don't want that in a future partner. No. No, thank you, universe. I am done with that. Like, I always have enough money for everything that I want. Do you see the orb in my hair over here? Oh, no, those are lights. Okay, those are actually like, oh, no, there it is. Okay, there is one. Hi. Come on, that shit's really cool. I gotta go shower because I'm gonna go meet up with Rhonda and her friends. And yes, so that's what I was gonna say. Like, him not picking up the check, like, you know, basically like, oh, like, I don't have enough money to pick up the check for you, kind of a thing. When he did invite me out to brunch and mimosas, like, I invited him hiking. Oh, well, I didn't pay for hiking. He did pay for that. Okay, he paid for the entrance fee to go hiking. He did do that. And then I asked him, I was like, do you want to split the check? And he's like, yeah, sure. So, like, he could have offered to pay. I don't know. Or he could have been like, and he opened my door for me. That was sweet. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't need somebody to do that, but it's like, okay, that's cute. Like, thanks for the gesture. Maybe I just need to get over that and be like, thank you. That's sweet. Like, let somebody do an act of service for me, right? Right? Yes, I can open up my door, but it is sweet for somebody else to do it for you because it's like a gesture, like a gentlemanly gesture, even though the whole gesturing to my crotch and saying I'm tight down there is not. But it's just nice, I feel like, for the universe to show me those little red flags and be like, girl, you ain't gonna tolerate this anymore. This isn't your Bryan, but here's some synchronicities to show you that Bryan is still coming. And I have this feeling I'm just gonna know. I'm just gonna know. Like, in every dream, it was like, hey, Bryan, or mystical experience, whatever that was. Like, the one, I swear to God, we were there together when I was walking by the park and he was riding his bike behind me. I swear to God, we were there together. Like, when I opened my eyes, I thought he was literally going to be face to face. Like, I thought he was going to be in the passenger seat, like, sleeping next to me. Like, I opened my eyes expecting him to be there. Like, every single time, it was like, hey, Bryan. Hey, Bryan. Hey, Bryan. Like, I'm gonna know when I see him. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know. I don't know what it's gonna feel like, but I'm gonna know. I mean, I do know because I've met him now. You know, like, I've met his essence. I'm gonna know because it's gonna feel that same way. It's gonna feel like his essence. All right, girl. I love you. Thank you for all the reactions. I just left you another long video. I seriously love your view on God. Like, it is. That's your 100%.